Alright, so boom. In this video, I'm going to be discussing songs that, for whatever reason, when I came across the song, I thought it was going to be whack. It could be because I saw who the song was made by, or I saw a feature on the track and I was like, oh, I already know this ain't gonna hit. Or it could be because of negative perception from others. I've heard other people say it was weak, so I went into it expecting not to like it. But I ended up enjoying all of these songs, so let me show y'all what tracks fits this criteria. Oh yes, I'm starting this video off by talking about Miley Cyrus of all people. Now, although I'm pretty sure Miley is a good singer, I didn't listen to this girl at all. I didn't even watch her show when I was younger. I actually didn't even watch Disney Channel. The only show I regularly watched on there was That's So Raven. Literally anything else, I either only checked out a few episodes or I never watched the show at all. So because of the way she grew up, everyone assumed Miley was a good girl that would never get into any trouble. And then things changed. Miley did a complete 180 and started being in the news for being this rebellious, bad girl, I'm not who y'all think I am type of person. One thing I vividly remember in 2013 was that Miley Cyrus came out and blamed my city for how she became the way she is. Miley did an interview with Rolling Stone, and at one point in the interview, she cited her spending time in Detroit was the starting point of her transformation and how her experiences in the city of Detroit shaped her into who she is. Apparently, she was in Detroit because she was filming some movie she was in called LOL. But she said, Detroit is where I felt like I really grew up. It was only for a summer, but that's where I started going to clubs, where I got my first tattoo. Well, not my first tattoo, but my first without my mom's consent. I got it on 8 Mile. I lied to the guy and told him I was 18. I got a heart on my finger and wore a band-aid for 2 months so my mom wouldn't find out. Immediately when I heard this, I went, nah, don't put that shit on us. You were always this type of person. You just couldn't show it because you were on TV. But with all that being said, this song 23 with Mike Will Made It, Wiz Khalifa, and Juicy J dropped a few weeks before she did the Rolling Stone interview actually. And I never cared to listen to the song because I don't listen to any of the 4 people involved with it. But once I saw her say that Detroit was the reason she became who she is, I went, man, hold on, this bitch tripping. Let me go listen to that new track she was on. And as y'all see with it being in this video, I like the song 23, and I've liked it ever since I first listened to it. The track is very simple with them rapping about wearing Jordan sneakers, hence the title of the song 23 being a reference to MJ, and them rapping about drugs, Molly, Perp, etc. What really helps this song is the production by Mike Will Made It. It has the right amount of bass, claps, thumps, everything in this production just kicks in at the right time. Even the beat kicking in on the hook with Miley's melody is fire to me. Put on my J's and dance the whole night away. I'm naughty by nature like I'm hip hop hooray. Referencing Naughty by Nature's song Hip Hop Hooray. I thought this was fire. I actually found out that the school where this 23 music video was filmed is actually the exact same school where Drake filmed his Best I Ever Had music video. So that's a little fun fact for y'all. But yeah, I've never had an issue with 23. I always thought that it was an enjoyable song ever since I first listened to it.
Off top, run a nigga out his socks. Niggas talk more than bitches. Niggas really be on cock though.
Since I was talking about Detroit in the last entry, I might as well mention one of my favorite Detroit artists, T Grizzly. This song right here is the reason I even wanted to make this video. Now, I didn't think this song would be weak because of the 2 rappers on it. Like, I don't think Grizzly is trash, nor do I think Yachty is trash. I just thought it would be weak solely because of the pairing. By themselves, each artist is cool. It's just the pairing of them made no sense to me. This would be like if Lil Uzi was on a song with Payroll Giovanni or Smoke Perp teaming up with Sada Baby. This is how I was looking at this collaboration when I first seen it. I was like, what the hell are these 2 doing together? And boy, did I underestimate the hell out of Yachty because he brought that heat. I already knew Grizzly would bring the heat, but Yachty brought that heat too. The title is referring to each rapper's hometown, with Grizzly, of course, being from Detroit, Michigan, and Yachty claiming Atlanta, Georgia. The song starts off the rip. Like, as soon as you press play, you immediately hear rapping, and there isn't a hook, a bridge, none of that. The entire thing is just non-stop bars back and forth between T and Yachty. Niggas want me dead, so I'm steady praying. Ain't no disrespect without retaliation. Fuck a hotel, I hit her in the basement. Text her later like I'm done with you. I got a situation, baby. Well, shit, bro, let me get her then. I'ma dog her out and switch her room into the lion's den. Nigga talking down, my bro got more heat than a frying pan. Gucci around my hair, wrapped tight like I'm Taliban. Like I'm Taliban, how we drop shit. Lot of dread heads, lot of chopsticks. Touch my nigga Yachty, get your top ripped. Don't ask the price if you know you ain't trying to cop shit. These niggas were snapping on this, man.
Middle finger to them niggas hating and faking they plotting on my death. I get they mothers deep in the trash on this diamond choker for some reason.
Now, I have heard rumors that Yachty didn't write his portions to this song, and that's why it's so different than how he was previously rapping in 2017 and before. And I'm honestly not against that rumor. If I heard that Yachty didn't write this, I wouldn't be surprised. But I also wouldn't care because he performed it very well and made this a super entertaining track. There's also a sequel out there called From the D to the A2. But I've heard people say that this wasn't really an official release, so we're not even gonna talk about that one. They do have an official release track called Dynamic Duo, but nah, From the D to the A is way better than Dynamic Duo.
We want some money. Hey, we want some money.
Now, the reason I didn't think this song would be good is because I really don't care for either of these girls. Neither Rico or Flo Milli have ever appealed to me. Rico has caught me slipping a few times. I did like her part on the song Tia Tamara by Doja Cat. And I said in a past video that the only song I listen to by her is Time Flies, which is still my jam.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Have so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time.
5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I like that. And for Flo Milli, I don't know a single song by this girl, but the coolest thing I've seen about her is her aesthetic. Her projects, I like how they be themed after the mid 2000s reality love shows. She looks real cool, but nah, I've never wanted to listen to her. However, their collab song Money was an instant like for me. I don't mind female rap period, even if the songs are about generic topics like finessing niggas, wanting sex and all that. It just has to be done in an entertaining and fun way. And this song is very fun. The energy they have on the hook alone is infectious enough. Hey, we want some money. It's so catchy. Like I said, the whole track is about them bragging about their pussy and getting dudes to trick on them. So if you don't like that type of music, or if you don't like hearing YouTubers recite those type of lyrics, you might as well leave now. We need 15 bottles in our section. Can't provide it, nigga, get to stepping. This pussy a secret weapon. I like shoes and expensive presents. I really like Rico's flow and rhythm on that part. Wait, hold on. I'm saying it wrong. It's the flow and rhythm for me. That's how y'all be talking, right? Flo Milli killed her part too. It was certain lines in hers that I was hearing and going, oh, that's messed up, but that's cold. For example, when money talking, I'ma listen. If he can't spend it, I go missing. If you ain't spending no money on me, I'm ignoring every text, every FaceTime call, every DM. Like, don't try to talk to me, nigga, unless you're ready to blow a bag. That's ice cold, but that's funny. And the line, why the fuck you flexing if you going through a drought? Niggas be knowing they ain't got no money, but stay acting like the cash flow coming in because they don't want people to know they pockets light. Rico and Flo Milli went off here, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Okay, now this entry clearly isn't a rap song, but I can do what I want. Chris Brown has another song called I Love You that he released in 2012. In order to differentiate the two songs, he spelled this one with U being Y-O-U, where the original one where I'm about to talk about that he released in 2009 was just the letter U. This track was a deluxe edition song to his Graffiti album. I've never listened to this album, I've just checked out a few songs and this was one of them. The reason I didn't have high expectations coming into this song is because Graffiti is widely regarded as one of Chris Brown's worst projects. It was in 2009 and it was the first album he released after the Rihanna incident. The amount of hatred and the amount of dirt that was thrown on this man's name was sky high. The singles he released in preparation for this album was getting slandered. The first one being I Can Transform Ya, which is the main song people even remember from this album. I remember the backlash. Like, oh, I find it funny that you named your song this after you transformed Rihanna's face into a bloody pope.
I can
Even the single after that, called Crawl.
So we'll crawl till we can walk again.
Oh, I bet Rihanna had to crawl out the car after how much you beat her up. The names of Chris's songs after he hurt Rihanna were oddly specific. I Can Transform Ya, Crawl, I Will Never Hurt You. That last one wasn't real, but the point is, Graffiti has been considered a bottom tier Chris Brown album pretty much ever since it came out. So I checked out tracks like Famous Girl, Pass Out, IYA, and when I got to I Love You, I was like, hold on, this song sounds good as a bitch. It features my baby Esther Dean. This woman has always contributed to some of the best sounding R&B and rap hooks ever. The song is outrageously straightforward. It's just Chris singing about how much he loves the girl and he's not sure why he loves her as much as he does. There's just something about her that's hooking him in and keeping him around because I done met a lot of girls in my life, but you the special one. As much as I like this song, unfortunately, if I was to make a worst and best Chris Brown songs video, this song wouldn't be included because it's a bonus track, like I said earlier. And speaking of that, I did do the count, and this man has 192 songs. So it would take an insanely long time if I was to do a worst and best songs video on Chris anyway. But y'all let me know if y'all was like me and y'all don't even remember this damn album or remember any of the songs on it other than I Could Transform You. And if you don't remember this project, at least check out I Love You with Esther Dean. This one's a hit. Wishbone is the worst member of Bone Thugs, kinda by default, because this man has no solo material. Every other Bone member, Flesh, Busy, Lazy, and Crazy, all have multiple albums by themselves and even duo albums with each other, another member of the group. When I tell y'all this nigga Wish literally does nothing unless he's with the other brothers, this nigga doesn't even have his own Wikipedia page, but the other four do. Like, y'all, I'm not lying. Wish doesn't do anything unless he got backup. Now, I want to shout out a channel called Beyond the Harmony because how I found this track was that I was watching a discussion video of theirs where they was asking what is the worst Bone Thugs and Harmony song of all time. Now, they in the video didn't mention Get Your Thug On, but two people in the comments did. Real quick, let it be known that I don't even like this album. Get Your Thug On is from The Art of War, and although Bone Thugs are my favorite rappers of all time, I never did like this project. They went like 4 for 28 on here. This album is super boring, and I think The Art of War 3 is better. So the comments that I came across from Beyond the Harmony's video highlighting this song as one of the worst they ever had, when I saw it was from this album, I went, ha, go figure. One person said, with most of the Bone Thug members, I will say Bad Weed Blues, but with just one member, I will say Get Your Thug On. The reason I highlighted at the very beginning of this entry that Wish has no solo material is because this track is a solo Wishbone song. None of the other 4 members are on Get Your Thug On. And this person here highlighted that. He had someone disagreeing with him and said that they think the track is okay, but he doubled down and said, nah, I think this song alone showed Wishbone that a solo album or another solo song may not be a great idea. Another person commented, the worst song on the Bone album is Get Your Thug On. Super cringeworthy, and it's the only song on Art of War that I have to skip. And then the nigga who left the first comment that I read to y'all responded to this guy and joined in on the slander saying, yeah, it's pretty bad and it's actually the pinnacle of Wish's solo career. So reading all of this, I'm going, God damn, can this song really be that bad? And no, it isn't. I've heard many of Bone's songs that are worse than this. There is one bad part to this song. Like, usually Wish's singing is fine, but there was one part where it was just awful. He said, it's so amazing, amazing. I can thug forever and never. You can't really blame me, baby. And the way that this sounded was disgusting. Like that part right there, okay, that was horrible. I can thug forever and ever. But other than that, I think the song is fine. It's Wish rapping the typical thug stuff about busting guns and not messing with him or his crew. And he has the typical fast flow that he always has. Wish's flow has always sounded very scattered and unorthodox, but this is one of the tracks where it works. He even has the R&B group Trey, who is in the Bone family, to help him with some of the backing vocals. And they all make the hook sound really good. That Get your thug on, get your thug on, get your thug on, get your thug on. It's smooth. I don't think the song is fire, but I think it's cool. So coming across this video and seeing a couple of people say that they think it's the worst Bone Thugs and Harmony song of all time, I'm like, nah, I can't give you that.
Alto, alto, hip it, alto.